In a shadowed corner of the Nile Valley, destined to be engulfed by the rising waters of the Aswan Dam, archaeologist Fred Wendorf unearthed a chilling discovery. In 1964, near the Egypt-Sudan border, he stumbled upon a prehistoric burial site harboring 61 skeletons. This graveyard, known as Jebel Sahaba, was established by the Qadan culture around 14,000 years ago. The skeletal remains bore unmistakable signs of violent trauma, leading Wendorf and his team to believe they had uncovered the world's oldest battlefield. But were these bones truly the remnants of an ancient battle? And did organized warfare exist at all in that era? If so, what did it resemble? In this video, we delve into these haunting questions and search for the origins of war. Isabelle Crevecour and her colleagues recently re-examined the Jebel Sahaba skeletons. They argue that these individuals were not casualties of a singular battle. Instead, the presence of both fresh and healed injuries on the bodies, coupled with the fact that they were not buried simultaneously, suggests a darker reality. Jebel Sahaba appears to be a somber testament to relentless, sporadic violence, raids, ambushes, and other brutal skirmishes. The evidence of injuries, primarily inflicted by arrows and spears, supports this grim narrative. Two skeletons reveal that individuals were struck down and then mercilessly executed while lying defenseless on the ground, an arrow piercing through the lower jaw into the skull. Numerous skeletons exhibit multiple wounds. In grave number 44 rests a 30-year-old woman whose body was riddled with 21 stone splinters from various arrowheads. Like many others, she had a fractured forearm, an injury typically sustained while fending off a club. However, her arm had healed by the time of her death, indicating she had endured violence at least twice in her life. Jebel Sahaba is one of the earliest archaeological sites evidencing deliberate intergroup violence. Yet, since the violence appears to be a series of smaller, intermittent clashes, the question lingers: can these events be considered war? To unearth the truth, we must first define what war truly is. Archaeologist Andrew K. Scherer defines war as a collective effort involving conflict among autonomous groups, that involves not only physical trauma but also emotional and psychological trauma. This definition implies three key elements. War occurs between distinct groups, a substantial portion of these groups participates, and both physical and psychological injuries are inflicted. Most archaeologists concur with this definition. However, many military historians argue it overlooks a critical aspect: organization. In their view, conflict only constitutes war if it involves combatants organized under a leader, operating in formation, and are following a strategy.